story comes to us from Fox29.com. This is one where I don't know. I in my humble opinion, I think that this guy's getting specialized treatment because he's a former police chief. I don't think this would happen to just normal Joe citizen off the street. But a judge has granted a request by a former New Jersey police chief to delay reporting to federal prison to serve his 28-month sentence on a conviction of lying to the FBI during a hate crime investigation.
Also, right now at 5:30, a federal jury has ruled a former Bordentown police chief is guilty of lying to the FBI. This verdict comes on the 6th day of a federal hate crime assault case.
Well, the judge has spoken, but there is still work ahead for this jury. Our Matt Petrillo has been following this case very closely. He's live now at the federal courthouse in Camden with the latest. Matt.
Yeah, guilty of lying to the FBI, but now the jury must decide on 2 other counts: excessive force and hate crime assault. Frank Nucera worked as a law enforcement officer for 30 years, but now he's on the other side of the law, convicted of lying to the FBI in the investigation into the hate crime assault of a black teenager. During his trial at the federal courthouse in Camden, his attorney admitted Nucera's language was inappropriate, but he also argued it was not a crime. Still, federal prosecutors maintain Nucera's racist outbursts suggest the teen's head slamming was racially motivated.
U.S. District Judge Robert Kugler agreed last week that former Bordentown Township Police Chief Frank Nucea Jr. should be allowed to remain free while seeking medical treatment for a number of health problems. Nucera was sentenced in 2019 after he was convicted of lying to the FBI. Jurors deadlocked on other charges, and after a second mistrial in December, prosecutors dropped the hate crime assault and deprivation of civil rights charges. So basically, he's just getting charged or convicted for lying.
Authorities say the teen was found swimming in a pool at this Ramada Hotel in Bordentown near Trenton without having purchased a room in 2016. When police arrived, they handcuffed the teen, but when Nucera got to the scene for backup, he allegedly slammed the teen's head into a door jamb and began punching him. An 11-page criminal complaint also shows Nucera repeatedly used racial slurs during his 10 years as Bordentown police chief.
But he doesn't have to report yet because he's got medical issues. I mean, don't they have medical personnel in prison? Don't they take him to a hospital, get him treated, and then take him back to prison? No, not this guy. The judge says, you know what? You're sick. We're not going to send you to jail yet. Go get some treatment, go get help, and then we'll send you to prison. All right, buddy. Okay, Chief.
I've never had a jury out that long.
Greg Zeff is an attorney for the NAACP of New Jersey. He says the jury is likely taking its time because they understand the importance of this case and want to get the right verdict.
Very, very difficult to convict a police officer. Most of them are professional witnesses, so they can get up in front of a jury and talk. They're not uncomfortable about it. Most police officers get the benefit of the doubt from jurors because of the work they do.
Still, many people in Bordentown think Nucera should be found guilty on all counts.
Oh, yeah, he deserves jail time.
He need to be held accountable, yeah, absolutely.
Don't be surprised by what a jury does. They are the sound and voice of our community, but they're unpredictable.
That wouldn't happen to John Q. Public, would it? But if you're a former police chief out of Camden, New Jersey, yeah, you get to hold off prison because you're not feeling too well.